What's up, y'all? It's your boy Frank Sirius, aka Scooby, aka the Godson, along with my partner.
And I'm Dirk, one name SiriusVybe Holmes.
And this is SiriusVybe Primetime. Today we got some guests, man, very special to us, man, promoters of the game. We got my man Cliff General, Dwayne Nutt, of course. My man Bird, Society 66 Bird. What's up, fellas?
Hey, no filter Bird.
No filter Bird. There it is.
No filter entertainment. Yeah, baby. Yeah. And look here. We finally got a sponsor for SiriusVybe. Finally.
Art Odell and Company, man. Y'all see it.
Yeah, he looked out for us, man. We appreciate you, man.
ArtOdell.com. ARTODELL.com, man. Make sure y'all go look out.
Spell it again.
ARTODELL. You try to trip me up because I've been drinking.
E-I-E-I-O.
Hey, man, real quick. For our special guest, man, tell us how y'all got started. Tell them who you are and how you got started in the game.
Oh, okay. I'm Cliff General, CGE Entertainment. Got started in 1995 as a ticket seller with Positive Black Man Coalition. And here I am today, still doing my day.
Dwayne Nutt, DNT Entertainment, first show, 1992, JYB, when they had the best front line with Gene Pratt, Bruce, and Buzz.
Where was that show?
Lakeboro High School.
Man, you was a young buck.
92.
Bird.
First show.
Barry No Filter, started in 2016, man, first show. We actually was at Aqua, Abraham.
Okay.
Yeah, familiar.
That's what's
Well,
up.
that's kind of amazing, right? Because I don't know what year was Vibe's first show.
2005.
It gotta be before that, I think. Where was it? Was you there?
Nah.
Well, why you yelling out years?
I feel like Listen had just broke up in 2004.
Nah, but maybe you just heard of us after.
Maybe.
We was already playing.
Oh, okay. That might be true. I don't know.
How you gonna base Vibe off Listen breakup?
Cause we paved the way for y'all, man. Once we got down, y'all said, hey, we gotta open it. Vibe slid right on in. They ain't look back.
Whoa.
That was tough.
Damn it!
Yeah, that was tough.
Shots fired.
I said,
All right, let's get back to what we talking about.
ain't look back.
Yeah. Huh?
Think about Scooby
That cheesesteak.
It does it smoothly, man.
Hey, real quick, man. They keep referencing this cheesesteak. Let me tell a quick story. So I ordered a chicken cheesesteak, trying to be healthy. I ain't getting no cheese on it or nothing. Got my jalapenos, got some red peppers, some onions, some mushrooms. I'm eating the chicken cheesesteak. I get down half of the blend, pause. And, it's that flaky chicken meat. you know the crumbles. It's chicken crumbles.
Process.
Yeah, so I go to bite the second half, and I think I might have inhaled a piece of meat.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Hey man, listen, I'm talking about sandwiches.
Don't start hurting from there. Okay, don't start hurting. Nah, okay. So look, my kids and my wife all around, and I started choking, man, because a piece of chicken that went down the wrong pike. Marlboro Pike, man. So I started choking, and I couldn't catch my breath, and this went on. It felt like 60 minutes, but it was about some seconds, and I had to make it to the toilet. I'm trying to throw up, I'm trying to cough it up, or whatever. My kids looking at me, man.
What you coughing up?
Meats.
Meats.
Chicken meats.
Hey man, that sound like a mean experience, man.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough. But anyway, to say that, man, my kid, I didn't want to die in front of my kids, so I pulled through. I had to look myself in the eye, and I got the meat out my throat.
You threw up. Flag on the play.
Yeah, I threw up.
So you right.
And this has been it for the gayest conversation ever.
Right, so back to why we here, man. This is SiriusVybe Primetime, man. All things DMV. Go is a focal point, but we like to look at everything going on. We got to send a special shout out to UBM. Much love to UBM. What UBM stand for?
United Broadcast Media. Universal Broadcast Media. United Business Models. You bitches mean it.
All right. So, what we gonna do first is we gonna start with Cliff General.
Yeah.
All right.
Cliff
We don't know where Cliff the General. You know, you a man with many names.
Yeah, I get it all the time. Pause. It's like with us they call us Sirius and Company. I don't know where that came from, but people like to make their own names up, and I'm sure you heard Cliff the General before.
Yeah.
So, but you accept all of it as long as they're coming out to support.
Hey, look, that's all that matters. Right?
That's all that matters.
Right.
So, right now, what you got going on? Let's talk about your environment and the atmosphere at Felt Lounge.
It's a great environment that came across and the opportunity, and I have a nice crowd, all ages, millennials, Generation X, and so over the years, my network has grown from PBMC days when I used to do all DJs, the day parties. So it's a collective of a huge. Well, a lot of people say you're a different demographic or your followers and stuff like that. It's just people who's looking to going to places where they can park, where they can eat, some of the top chef food, and then you have nice entertainment. So
And then
I
you
try
gamble.
gamble too. So I try to create that environment for people to come in and have a nice time.
All right, man.
And it's a very, very sophisticated, scene there. Very
So by you saying something about you having that variety of age, right? You got to talk to the millennials and let them know, your young folk, because you're saying PBMC, they don't know what that is. So let them know how the parties of, I ain't even gonna say it because I'm gonna let you say it, PBMC was back in the day and what that meant to our city.
Well, back then, Positive Black Man Coalition, they was probably one of the first top promoters back then. And so it was a collective of several promoters like Steve Mathis, Kenny Bonds, Mark Bonds. And what happened was, like, after they done their second show, that was probably one of the largest events in the city. And the thing about it, there was no social network. There was no, too many flags. It was just really word of mouth. So back then, it was like good 5,000 at the Hyatt Regency Crystal City.
So what is back then?
Oh, back then, it was probably like in 1993.
Dang.
And so over the years, I would say probably by 94, 95, they started to define themselves as, as a group. So it was Stan Richards, Squessy, it was Tim Richards, and Vernon. So they pretty much carried that torch, and they built it. They built the brand. And over the years, some was coming on, some was falling off. And myself, again, I was a ticket seller. I was selling tickets. And from there, I kind of built relationships and saved the contacts. And then when I got the chance, when Vernon died, Squessy, when he died, passed away, I pretty much came in and took his place. That was, I would say, probably like 95, 96. And so, but like I said, our events, we had what you call, back then it was a night of elegance. And it was like the eve before Thanksgiving. Everyone dressed up. And it was a professional crowd.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was probably the hottest event in the city. Everyone talked about it.
It wasn't no probably. That was
Yeah. And if you didn't have no slacks on,
Yeah.
you was getting turned away.
Yeah, well, the dress code was very, very strict back then.
Yes.
Very,
People
very
like
strict.
putting their clothes on too.
Yeah, so we carried that torch for a good 20 years strong. And then, of course, you got other, people started getting in. You had Kurt Bones, Martin, Made in the City, then Tricky got into it. So, I mean, respectfully, I mean, all them guys are, they got a great promotion. And like I say, we done it for a very, very long time. And during that time, Tim Richards, he had passed away. So everyone was looking to do other things. And at that time, I started, building my brand, the CGE Entertainment. And because I found the love for it and started building my brand. And that's the most important thing, building your brand. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can hire a band or a DJ and take it to a ballroom or a lounge and just hope for the best, right? But that doesn't really mean that you're going to get the what you're expecting for at the box office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You really got to get behind your brand, invest in your brand, and when you do that, then people start following you and start getting committed. And then I will always recommend people to start off small and you work your way up.
So is there a system of is there a foolproof system that you say that y'all go by? I'm talking to all of y'all. Anybody can answer. But is there a system that you feel like that everybody needs to use or everybody uses, or is there just a case by case basis when throwing a party or putting together an event? You know what I mean? Like, is there certain things that you must do A, B, and C that all promoters do, or it's like everybody has their own kind of system?
I mean, for me, I learned to listen and watch. I put myself around certain people, certain demographics, and just start learning and understanding how to bring people together and what people want. Yeah. A lot of times promoters, they go into it based on what they want. Yeah. But see, what you want based on your idea may not resonate to what everyone wants to see or hear. Yeah, but I'm speaking more towards like a specific event, like the nuts and bolts of how things work. You know what I mean? Like you say, all right, I got an event on the 23rd of April. I first need to do this, to do this. You know what I mean? Like what's that process?
You're talking about the best practices.
Yeah. In the industry. I sort of look at the calendar. I look at the calendar. I kind of look at and watch and see who's doing what. Mm-hmm. And if there's promoters like similar to myself in terms of the crowd that they draw, I look at their dates. I get on social network. There's several ways I can look at who's doing what on what day that I'm thinking about doing something. Right. So that's the first thing, right? Right. And then of course I contact whatever entertainment I want to do. And I check it, and then I look at the venue. Mm-hmm. Does the venue fit that vision that I have? So I try to bring it all together. You know what I mean? Right. But most important, just make sure that I'm not clashing with other events of the style of events I do. Right. Because I don't like. First of all, I don't like to split my profit. Right. First of all. Second of all, I mean, you hear this saying from a lot of promoters, there's enough money in the city. I don't really go off of that, you know what I mean? Because I don't like for people to choose and decide who event they want to decide to go on, you know what I mean? So my event is similar to...
You want all the money.
Well, yeah, but I want to make sure I want to secure my event. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that situation where, I'm not getting the sales that I'm projected because now people decide to go here, some people come in here to mine. So I just, like I said in the beginning, I try to watch to see who's doing what. You know what I mean?
You don't like competition?
Well, I've never been afraid of competition, but again, like I said, I just try to be smart about it. You know what I mean? I get it. Because I'm not with that, right? You have other factors. You have the weather. Yeah. I mean, you have a lot of unforeseen things that can really, get in the way of you having a successful event. Right. I mean, it's not just only a competition of a promoter. It's just, you got to look at other things. Yeah. I mean, it could be something happening down at the, the old Revising Center. What's that? What they call it? Capital One Marine. There could be so many different things can kind of get in the way of you having a successful event. Yeah. So for me, I'm trying to be patient and try to really decide on what I'm going to do.
Pick your spots, yeah.
Dwayne? Yeah, so same situation. So there are definitely some best practices in terms of, what I put in place, and I look in terms of what my product's going to be. For example, we did CIAA, and we literally dropped that flyer like 10 days before the party. Mm-hmm. My overhead was crazy. It was a $20,000 bill I had on that. And so we're talking about pulling a party off with $20,000 bill with 10 days of promotions. But I knew we could do it based upon in terms of what I had, in terms of the product, the band that I had, using back out on that situation, doing CIAA.
You can't do that with just any band.
You just can't do that with any band because again, you're gonna look at what you can charge at the door, right. And I knew what I could charge at the door for that band. So we definitely took a risk. I mean, you're talking about 10 days of promotion, putting that together, and so I was 13 grand before I even took care of the band, and that was like shared costs in terms of doing a full build out for that function and for that venue. We did hook all, same situation. That was 7 days of promotion. Right. And me jumping there and doing a venue that had never been done before. One of the jewels that Chuck dropped was he would never play at a venue that was never broken. I'm not going into a venue that does not already have a name, that's already established. I've been willing to kind of take that risk and kind of go against that. I usually don't do that. But there are some occasions I look at certain venues and I say, this could work. For example, Euphoria in Baltimore, a great venue. That was a venue outside, kind of set up. Now they've got the rooftop on it. I made a call. I said, hey, I told Peasy, I said, hey, I like this venue here. He said, I know A1 has kind of done something out there. Go-Go's never happened. So I was willing to kind of take the risk. I said, I think we can pull this off doing that venue. Same thing with the bullpen. A lot of times I like picking venues sometimes that folks have never done before and pushing the envelope and saying, this is going to be something different here.